This is the Infinity Summit Group. Truth, passion, success.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Infinity Summit Group podcast. Today is November 7th, 2022. It's been hella long since we made a podcast, about a month. So, everybody, welcome back. I'm Noah.
Xavier.
Yes, I'm Logan.
Jesse.
It has been a long ass time.
Got a little jet lag.
Yeah,
month lag.
yeah, serious. So, what we're doing today, we're catching up. Everyone, because we've had a whole month, we haven't even spoken to each other. We're strangers again.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. It's like starting fresh.
Yeah. So,
It's good.
I might be a little shy.
Ew.
So,
See if I still remember how to do this.
yeah, we're all catching up. I got a new job. I'm instructing now. Next.
Congrats.
That's
How's
it.
that been?
All right, podcast's over.
Yeah, end of day.
I applied to be a forest firefighter finally.
Oh, did you
You
really?
applied to like 7 different places, right?
Yep. Multiple different states.
Has anybody said anything yet?
No, because I have to wait between April and May for a phone call. But we start to apply in November. From what I gathered. But either way, I did that. Got pre-qualified for a loan for a house. So I've been looking at shit tons of houses.
And how much did you get pre-qualified for? You got to, of course.
So I applied for 450, and then the guy's like, "Well, you got that for sure, and you can go basically as high as you fucking want."
Because of your credit?
I don't know.
Or did you have a cosigner with you?
No, just me,
Nice, dude.
dude. My credit, I'm creeping up on the 800s.
Whoa.
What's your credit score, bro? Do you have Credit Karma?
Yeah, 770.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Yep,
Okay.
and then calculated how much
Credit check, everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No thanks.
I've calculated how much credit debt I've acquired since I was 18, and
And paid off, right?
and paid off because I'm debt free except for a car, but I don't really count that. Whatever. $48,868.62, and I'm debt free.
Wow. Congratulations.
So
So, is this house for like real estate purposes or living purposes?
for living,
Oh, hell yeah.
but the market is so fucked right now that I haven't really found anything
Okay.
that I'm willing to go in and spend $3,000 a month because I can't really afford that by myself.
Well, you
Right.
think about it, too. You get like a $450,000 house. Just your interest alone at, say, you'll probably end up about 7.5%.
Mm-hmm.
Because rates right now are about 6.5%. You expect to get the loan at about 1% higher than what's going.
Yeah.
Because you have, what is it like? Not renter's insurance. Basically, you got to have insurance in case your loan flops,
Right.
unless you have 20% down plus. So, yeah, you're probably looking at 7.5%, and that equals out to like 40 grand a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Just in interest.
By the time it's paid off, I'm probably creeping up on $1 million, if not more,
Yeah.
for a $500K house.
Well,
It's like, oh.
By the time you get one, if you do, with more bedrooms, you've got renter options. You know.
Yeah, which the renters is good, and I already have renters lined up for it. It's just I need to find a house
Gotcha.
that's doable,
Right.
which I'm kind of scared of because I'm not sure if the layoffs are coming, which I'm assuming they are, and then at that point, none of us have jobs. So kind of just going with the flow, saving up, and if something comes up, gonna jump on it, and if not, then live with my parents for the time being. That's cool too.
I had this real estate guy on Sunday come up to my bar, and he was just talking to me for like hours, and he's saying, yeah, it's projected that like everything's going to start crashing by the end of this year, and house prices will go down and everything. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
I don't know about that, but we'll
I'm
see.
guessing mid next year.
You think so?
Well,
The house
so.
prices or just like market crash?
Both.
So the interest rates, according to Tammy, who's in the mortgage industry, they're raising interest rates another like 3 times this year. So it'll be another probably about 0.75%. And then next year they're going to continue raising them until about mid next year is like where it's going to level out and start coming back down as far as interest rates go.
Why are
That's
they
their
raising them more
projected.
next year? Well, I know to match inflation and to have people stop spending
Allegedly.
their money. but
Allegedly, yeah.
what is it really?
My guess is they're giving themselves a buffer because what happens every time there's a correction is they'll drop the interest rates. And our interest rates were like 0 for a while, meaning people were getting loans at 2, 8.5%
Yeah,
for a house. So, yeah. But now they'll have some room to be able to drop that again when shit hits the fan. That's my guess, is they're trying to give themselves just a little bit longer, a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah.
But,
I wonder how.
I haven't been in the real estate industry.
Yeah, me neither.
In a bit. So,
Speaking of, how's the house coming that you bought? You purchased for rental?
yeah, that one's been, I'll say, a nightmare to get up and running. The guy, right after we bought it, the guy's wife got cancer. So that put a fat dent in the time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's had a hard time getting contractors. We keep getting projected dates. Oh, it's next month. It's next month. It's next month, for it to be finished. This one, he was actually getting pretty darn close. So he projected November to have it finished, but we'll see. I don't know if we'll end up renting it out or if we'll just sell it. We'll see. Take our profits and go. Because if we're renting it out, we're getting cash flow, right? Because we have the home purchased outright. But if we do that, you're getting a couple $100 a month, which would be great. But you're holding on to 20 or 30 grand in capital in the house. So it's like I can do that, or I could sell the house, take my 20, 30 grand in capital, and then go get something else that'll actually cash flow better, that I can feel comfy about taking a loan on. We'll see if the numbers make sense. If we can get a renter in there and the rental amount makes sense to get a 7.5% interest rate, then we might do that and just get a mortgage out on it. Otherwise, we'll either hold it or sell it.
Right on.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bessie, you got.
Well, I
what's
got
going on?
married and I moved out.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
So
How's
did,
that been?
did you buy a house? Sorry,
No, just renting.
just renting.
Yeah,
like a
no,
basement or something.
In Eagle Mountain.
He
yeah.
pays less than $1 per square foot per
Mhm.
month.
It is fucking massive.
Pretty
Yeah.
big.
Mm-hmm. It's 2,200 square feet. It's big.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's bigger than this basement.
And we get a 2-car garage and
Yeah, dude.
What?
so, yeah,
Dude, you
it's,
got hooked up. Hell yeah.
yeah, it's way sweet.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Congrats
Thank you.
on both those.
Thank you.
And Zave got an elk.
Yeah. So
That's what you were doing this month, hunting.
took the whole month off. Took 12 days to go hunting. It was a lot of work, a lot of rough, camping. Like I got my fill of camping for the whole damn year. I swear to God. 12 days camping straight. It's a little interesting. I actually bought a hotel room for $100 a night twice just to take a shower and have a bed to sleep in.
The shower was worth it.
Oh my dude, best shower I've ever had. And this shower it wasn't like you're showering, it was like you are fucking showering. Shower. It's like, but it was so nice. I loved
get
it.
clean.
Yeah, it was like we're gonna scrub you down, bitch. But no, it was awesome. It was a great experience. Had a lot of good time, good chats with my dad. Got to see my family for the whole weekend, my other family, and then second to last day, camping in a tent on top of the 11,000 feet. Yeah, or is that 1,100? I think that's 1,100.
Where is it?
It was on the top of Fish Lake. I don't
Where's
know.
Fish Lake at?
Down south. So
I doubt you were 1,100. Most of Utah is between 2,500 and 4,500 feet
yeah,
at the
yes.
bottom. So if you're camping on top of something, you might be 11,000.
So it was 1,100, I think.
Was it 1,100?
I think so. So either way, it was high. It was
Alright.
higher than Park City is basically elevation wise. It was hard.
Then it'll be 11,000.
11,000.
If it was 11 something, yeah.
It was
Because Park City's sitting at about 6,500, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Nice.
7,000 at the top. Like
There
where I
you go.
work is 7,000. So yeah,
Okay.
it was up there, and it was hard to breathe.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But second to last day, spotted it 700 yards off. I have these videos that I could show you how high up I was. It's so pretty. It is so cool. I was just hiking, saw it in this little pond that my dad got one couple days before.
Mm-hmm.
20 yards from where he shot his was my
Dude.
So I crept up 450 yards, away from it. Sat there for about an hour, just kind of watching it, getting in the right position. Got all my shakies out because when you decide to pull the trigger, So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna chill here because they can't see me and can't hear me. So got all my shakies out, took the shot, took another shot, and I hit it. I think, the first shot hit its lower spine, so it paralyzed it.
Fuck.
Yeah, paralyzed its back 2 legs. Second shot I hit through the stomach, so not a great shot on that one.
Obliterated the meat.
No, so it was all in the gut. So
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't
good.
hit any of the meat. Luckily, I saved most of the meat,
Good.
Nice.
except the leg shot, or where it hit the spine, kind of fucked up like one of the hindquarters.
Screwed your back straps and stuff.
Oh yeah, my back straps were. I got half my back straps, and then the tenderloins were just gonzo by the time I got there.
So where do you want to shoot an elk at?
You want it to hit right.
Lungs or heart, right?
Yeah, lungs or heart. So if it's like standing like that, you want to shoot it right here, behind
Okay.
its
Right behind the
it.
shoulder, right?
Right behind the shoulder. Yep.
And then a little bit low.
Well, depending on how far you are. I had my
Oh,
dad's
yeah.
gun, so his got this scope that you can just like dial in, do all this stuff, so you can aim straight on. You don't have
That's
to like dope the
nice.
scope or anything. It's a sick scope. So took those shots, went down, found it about half an hour later, and it's still like I have a video of me watching it from 100 yards away where it's still alive, just like holding its head up, laying down, holding its head up, laying down. I was like, fuck. And I thought I killed it by that point, so I was like, I'm going to let it bleed out. And text my dad. He's like, go shoot it. I was like, all right.
Okay.
Walk up like 10 yards away. It's like, took like 5 breaths and just died. All right.
Damn.
They're fucking animals. That's crazy.
So, gutted it that night. Couldn't do anything else, so I cut the head off. Mic'd a mile out.
The Heil up.
So I was actually a mile away from where my tent was, and I drove the 4-wheeler like 2 miles down. So I just hiked straight to my camp, and it was in this pond. So it was like a mile of, a hill in the dark, just with this elk head on my back. So that was crazy. I just threw the elk down, went and crawled in bed, and just passed the fuck out. Next day, my dad showed up, and we all just went up, butchered it, and got it down. So that was good. And then right after that, got back. Took 2 days to go to work, then went to Jackson Hole for 4 days.
Nice.
So yeah,
Jackson Hole's
Sounds
fun.
fun.
Jackson Hole was awesome. Then came back and just been chilling for the last couple days. So
I know you're going to do like a Halloween party or something.
I did go to a Halloween. It was a shit show.
Was it?
It was a lot of fun the first bit, but then the group I was with just things got out of hand. The tequila started talking, and
Oh.
you know how that goes. So we all just split,
Fair
went
enough.
our separate ways, and that worked for me. So
Yeah.
ever since then, I've kind of been chilling. Haven't really drank since then. Like had 1 or 2 beers here and there, but
Since
haven't-
Halloween?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Since October.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna chill out this whole month, so
Right on.
Very
not go
nice.
crazy.
Dude, I heard something. It's actually Aaron from work. He's like, an addiction is only addiction if you try to stop.
What do you mean?
It's kind of interesting. Like, because if you're just using something like alcohol or nicotine or whatever,
Yeah,
the minute you say, okay, now I'm going to attempt to quit,
yeah,
because now it's a struggle.
yeah.
Instead of just going with the flow and saying, okay, maybe I'm done now. Instead of just like, okay, no, I have to quit because of this, this, and this. Because then that's something that you're fighting against.
Well, that's what I've started to realize
That is
too.
interesting.
Because I did that at the beginning of the month, and quitting has never worked for me. Like going straight cold turkey, like that never works for me. So I started doing this thing where, it's just like, okay, I'm not done, and I don't need to quit it. I'm just gonna, not overdo it. Because then it's like that thing where it's like, it's a challenge when you say I'm done and I can't have it.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you say like, all right, maybe I just don't need that much, and I can just have it and be okay with like having a beer or 2 or whatever, then it kind of makes it easier, and you don't really need it. It's just kind of like you can, because you're giving yourself the option. And I feel like your brain works in a way where like I'll be able to slow down and not get drunk at all for the whole month. But if I try to quit, I'm gonna go hard and just fucking get hammered one of the days, because it's my brain saying like,
It's revenge
go hard.
spending.
Yeah,
we can never have this again, ever.
yeah,
And
exactly.
then it's yeah.
So.
Yep.
And I also feel like an addiction, something like if you quit something cold turkey and then never do it again, you haven't let go of the addiction. You're still addicted to it until you can use it and not be like,
Reliant.
Yeah,
Let it
'cause-
control my life.
yeah. And when you go a year, like people will go a year without doing it, and then they do it once and they're hooked back on it.
Yeah.
That's when they're addicted. Like really, really. You know, I want to be able to be like, okay, I can have a beer and not touch it for a while, and then have a beer here and there and not touch it for a while.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, like true getting over an addiction.
I think so too.
You know what I mean? Because it's still controlling you. Even if you quit it, but like you're scared that if you do it again, it's gonna fuck your life over.
Yeah.
It's still controlling you in some aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So
Dang.
Pretty interesting.
Deep, boys.
My God.
Yeah. Bess, I need to hear more about this married life, dude. Like, are you guys sharing the dishes? Like,
Yeah,
how's that
but
going? You guys
We've been
fighting
gone
yet?
most
Or what?
nights,
Okay.
so we're home to go to bed. That's about it.
Okay.
We've been gone most days.
Well, what do you do all day?
Hang out at her parents
Go to her
because
parents?
she's very not ready to leave home.
Yeah.
It's it can be a struggle for sure. When you first get married and the gal moves out or you guys both move out, whatever, and one of you is not quite ready. Yeah.
It's not way bad. Driving sucks. You can drive every day out here,
Yep.
which isn't bad, but I already do it for work, and it's a lot of driving every day.
Work, go home, go back out,
Mm-hmm.
go home again.
Is she over there right now?
Yeah.
And then you just go and pick her up or hang out?
Well, she goes to work with her dad, so she's just been there all day.
how far is Eagle Mountain?
It's 20 minutes. It's almost the same drive to my house where I lived before.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But is her house like farther than that, or is it just
Her
like a
house
lot
is-
of stops?
Down the street.
Her house is in
It's-
Riverton.
It's
Oh.
in the WC.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Yeah, it's close.
So,
Okay.
That's cool. You liking having that ring on though?
Yeah, I like it.
Sick.
It's weird. Ring
Yeah.
feels weird because I don't usually wear hand jewelry.
Yep.
it looks sick though. Is
You'll get used to it.
it gold or silver?
It's
can
all
I just
gold.
see it?
Yeah, it's
Does
white gold.
being married feel weird?
I gotta check this thing out too.
Being married isn't weird, but saying I'm married feels weird.
Yeah, like you're my wife.
Yeah, that's
What?
weird. But not being married doesn't feel weird.
When you have a kid, it'll feel the same way. One day you just be like,
gorgeous.
man, whose
Thank
kid is crying? Wait, that's mine.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
heavy.
it's a pretty nice ring. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's decent. It's simple enough, but like, it's got cool grooves in it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's like the perfect ring. Just chill.
Yeah,
Yeah. that
Not
looks
fucking
sick.
exquisite.
not
and
too
all that
much, not
shit.
too little.
It's got like waves in it.
it looks like sand to me.
Yeah. That looks sick.
I'm just gonna have my wedding ring as a Prince Albert.
You'll never lose it.
I'll never lose it until I do.
What the hell's that?
Prince Albert.
It's a wiener piercing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anyway.
Gotta make it easy, bro. Make it easy.
Have you guys seen that where people get a piercing in their finger for rings?
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Just like a stud right in their.
Yep.
I haven't seen that.
That's like a fucking tattoo of the person's name.
Yeah, bad
They're
idea.
just not doing it.
That's cuck. Listen,
Don't-
if it got caught on anything, it would hurt.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. There's only one type of tattoo I'd ever get, and that's of. Well, I wouldn't say ever, but like, the only tattoo I've had a drive for is like a tattoo of my baby's foot with her name and birthday.
That would
That'd
be
be
cute.
You know?
Pretty cute.
Because in all reality, you think of all the relationships and all the people and stuff you have in your life, the only one that is guaranteed that you will have forever that is yours is your children.
Right.
Mhm.
Right? So,
Yeah, I would like that too. Maybe like the feet prints going up my back
yeah.
of however many kids, like 2 or 3, whatever.
I was thinking their
That'd be
footprints
cute.
across my shoulder blades on my back.
That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of cute. I
With
like
each
that.
kid. Yeah, that'd be kind of sick.
Or you could have it like up your neck and across your forehead.
Perfect. Just Post Malone that thing. A footprint on each cheek.
Yeah.
Done and done.
This is my
Shaves
kid.
your head.
Back to that
Mm-hmm.
finger piercing though. It doesn't look bad, like that bad, but looks fucking painful and very unpractical. If you had to do anything with your hands, you'd get fucked up.
Yeah, the second you squeeze your hand into a fist, ow, just stretches the skin apart.
And what do they put it into? Just straight your bone? Because
What?
there's
It's not
nothing
even attractive.
I don't know.
there. Unless they like loop. Yeah, I don't know. It's cuck.
No, probably right into the muscle right there. They just pinch it and then go, thunk. And then once it tightens up, and
That's disgusting.
I wonder if it has like a beveled bottom where they stick it in, like make the hole, stick it in, and then as it heals around it, it just holds it in there.
Oh, kind of like open, like
Yeah, like the bottom opens up a little bit.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's rough.
I wonder if that's how they do
gross.
it.
Either way, no thanks.
I watched a dude get a nipple piercing. That was hard to watch. Oh, my hell.
Nice.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it sounds painful.
Yep. Still hurts.
Why?
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 We had this conversation last time, remember?
Well, you know,
For shock
been a
value.
while.
Well, the shock's done now.
It's over now. No, I don't know. It's just interesting. I like it. Like I don't mind it. I like the look of it. Just adds some flavor.
Flick your little bells. Ding.
That would be interesting. Like little bell. I'm hungry. No, but my face ones I probably won't have forever. I know I'm gonna take these ones out eventually. They're just kind of interesting, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, do you have more than one face tattoo? Or face? Oh, I didn't know you had that
Yeah,
one.
that one's small enough to where it's like not extremely noticeable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Midterms are tomorrow.
Right.
For voting,
Mm-hmm.
wait,
Did everybody vote?
No.
a new
Not yet.
president?
No, midterms. So it's Congress and Senate.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, putting it out there that the Republicans take over.
Hopefully, but they're still
We'll
not
see.
much better.
I've become a lot less Republican Democrat and a lot more like, do I like their values?
That's not well. Okay, number one, gas prices. Let's fucking fix that.
Yeah.
That's why the Republicans are so ahead right now.
Gas, yeah, inflation. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone knows Biden fucked it up.
Food prices, all of it.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
They were cheering that at the concert I went to. It's like a heavy metal rock concert.
Were they really?
And the crowd, the crowd was cheering that. It was actually very patriotic. They were really cool. They all, like one of the groups, Five Finger Death Punch, they signed a flag and gave it to a veteran that they knew and like
went-
on stage.
That's
You
cool.
went to Five Finger Death Punch?
It was it was the Who, Five Finger Death Punch, and Megadeth that performed, and the opener was Fire of the Gods or something like that. Just some random,
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
That's
It
fun.
definitely attracts a certain kind of person to those. There was like a lot of weird angry energy, but once the music started, it wasn't as bad. Everyone was enjoying headbanging and stuff. It was a good time.
That sounds so fun.
That's cool, though.
It was fun. I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So expensive, dude. I was getting 25-ounce cans, and they were $17 a piece, I think.
Holy hell.
Yeah. At concerts, they're
Oh,
so
yeah.
expensive. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, it was funny, though. When we were hunting, my dad met this guy that, like, told us about a good spot or whatever. So we went out hunting with him one of the days, and he brought his kid. And his kid was named Brandon, and he kept being like, "Let's go, Brandon. Let's go." And the kid was like, you could tell he was just like loving saying it the whole time. This is awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's quite funny.
Yeah, it sounds fun. But
I get you with that 11,000 feet stuff, though.
Oh my hell, dude.
You gotta
Oh,
be
yeah.
careful. Yeah. I flew at 11,000 feet the other day. It was fun. Had to climb above the clouds because I was starting to get a little frosty.
Frosty.
Yeah.
It's cold up there, and it always winds. You're just like windy for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just always windy.
Yep.
We had a fire, and it was sideways the whole time. I'm not shitting you. It was like it would not stand still. The whole day it was just. It was just useless.
Stand on the windy side or the non-windy side.
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
blowing too. Get all the warmth.
so did you just go by yourself? Because you said you had to call in your dad.
Hudson came up and stayed with me a couple days. So,
Nice. No,
no, my Hudson,
his
my girlfriend.
girlfriend. Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
damn.
don't think Cuddy would ever do that.
That's what I was gonna say. Shit's not adding up.
But yeah.
That's cool. You married too?
Yeah, married to the game.
Smacks your head.
No.
That's cool.
No. Yeah. How about you?
What about me?
Tell us more about your adventures of starting a new job and having a baby.
The baby's been a blast. Like, she's getting very vocal where she's just screaming randomly and having a good time.
Oh, that's
Which
so
is-
fucking cute when
Dude,
they
it's
start
so
just
fun.
making noises.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
my hell.
she'll just be sitting there with a big smile on her face. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Sometimes you can't tell if she's sad or happy until you look over and she's got a smile or she's crying. But it's great. She's grabbing at things. Like, she'll grab my face. She'll grab hair, necklaces, my freaking headphones all the time.
Yeah.
She'll just yank it out of my ear. Thanks, bro. She's been rolling over. Like, the second you plop her on her back, bloop, she just rolls over.
Nice.
Like, dude, nice.
And her arm always gets stuck.
Yep. Recently, the last day or two, she's been grabbing her toes and pulling them all the way up and sucking her toes.
Nice.
Yep,
A true supporter.
of course. So I'll lift her up, and she's just like folded in half. So I'll hold her head and her butt, and it reminds me of Emperor's New Groove, where they bring out those bugs, and then they have to tap them to open. She's all curled up, and then taps, opens up. It's funny. Dude, this mic keeps just sagging on me.
Yeah.
Please.
It's been a while, so we're getting rusty.
We're working on it. She's been trying to crawl. She'll scoot sometimes. Like, I had her one day. She scooted like a foot. She'll turn all the time. She's getting harder to change a diaper for because she'll just try to flip over. Like, doesn't matter what kind of diaper, peed, poop, doesn't matter. She'll just try to flop right over. You're like, no, you're going to ruin everything. That's fun. She'll smile every time she sees me when I come home from work. She's definitely a daddy's girl. But Dad likes to play with her too, so.
Yeah.
Nah.
So the question is, after a birth like that, are you gonna have a second?
Yeah, we'll have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Babies are dangerous because you're just like, first half, you're like, oh, that was brutal, never again. And then a couple months in, you're like, this is pretty fun.
It's kind of worth it.
Better put another one in the world. Yeah. It's fun. It probably won't be for a while,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think we'll have at least one more. And after a birth like that, it's like, I mean, can't get much worse, can it? So you'd be good to go.
Fair enough.
Whatever you experience is like, oh yeah, we've seen this last time, you know?
I
So-
know what to do.
Yeah. That and like when they first come out and everything, like all the choking that they do and all that is like, sweet. You'll be prepared next time.
Yeah.
Because they have all that amniotic fluid in their lungs. It's fucked. That first day, Bessem, you just got married, dude, when you have a baby. That first day into like probably the second day, they'll randomly just start choking.
Oh, hell.
So you got to get a little squeegee in there and down into their mouth and throat and get all the amniotic fluid out that they're choking on. Like, you be sleeping next to them and you just hear, they just start gagging, dude.
That
I
would
don't
like
scare the
that. It's
shit out of
fucked.
me.
Yeah.
It scared me too, and I didn't know a thing about it except for my mom on her way out the first night. I was like, "Oh yeah, it sucks when they like choke the first night, you know." I'm all, "What?" And so I was watching for it. Luckily, otherwise I had no freaking clue.
Why didn't the doctors tell you that?
Dude, there's a lot of shit you're not told, and you just like get to experience it. There's no manual. They tell you so much, but there's no manual. It's like, whoa, okay.
That's crazy.
Or how exhausted you'd be after the birth, whatever. Granted, our birth was 3 days, so we were extra exhausted, but, like, still, yeah. It's not fun. It is fun, but it's not fun.
Yeah, I want one really bad, but just hear so much shit about it.
Well, most people don't have that bad kind of experience, right?
I'm talking from people that have like 4-hour births too.
Yeah.
Just, oh yeah, this and this and this. Why the fuck would I want one? Except they're cute. That's like it.
How do you think they handled that back in the old day, though? Like,
Power through it.
Cut off their leg.
no, when they're choking.
Uh,
I was just thinking about that. I'm like,
Just roll them on their side and
hope they.
pinch it out. I don't know.
let them cough it out if they can.
Yeah. That's what you do. You roll them on their side, and then you squeegee out the stuff. Because they'll stop coughing for the most part if they're on their side. But they can't roll. They can't do anything. So you literally have to do all of it. It's crazy.
Wobbled in their neck. And just
Yeah.
the whole fucking fiasco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. So it's fun. New job's been really fun. Very rewarding to see my students get the understanding of the things they're doing. always a challenge for me. I'm always learning new stuff, being tested, challenged. Students will ask me questions. I'm like, dude, I've never even heard of that. Let's find it out, you know?
Yeah.
Let's find the answer. And flying and stuff has been super fun. I don't get a ton of hands-on flying because it's mostly me sitting there telling a student how to fly. So, like, I flew Sunday and I was like, can I just take the controls for a minute from you? It's like, yeah, sure. So I'm flying it for a minute. But I'll get bored and I'll, like, take their radio calls and stuff. And I'll be like, oh, sorry, I'm just bored. It's fun.
You got to make sure your skills stay sharp and everything.
Yeah, I experienced a little bit of frost this weekend, which was fun, interesting. Flying through a cloud, because those planes, like, you're taught all the way through your training, if you acquire any icing, it's an emergency. This plane is not built for icing. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking out, and I start to see frost to build on our wheels and stuff. Well, So I call ATC, because we were at 10,000 feet, and was flying through a cloud, and I was like, oh, we'll just pop out the other side, you know, real quick. That's fine. This cloud ended up being thicker, blots out the sun. It's just gray and dark in the cockpit. I'm like, look out. Frost starts accumulating. I'm like, Skyhawk, what were we in? Skyhawk 7410 would like to request 1,000 feet. They're like, all right, 1,000 approved, 11,000. Mm-hmm. And so climb up to 11,000, pop right out of the cloud, and it melted off. But I also wasn't aware of how much icing they could take.
Yeah.
And I've heard stories of where they can take like half an inch, quarter inch of ice on them and still fly and be fine, you know? It's like, shit.
It's like in the movies when it starts getting on the windows.
Yeah. Yeah, we started having frost on the window, tires, our brake calipers, rotors, the strut, just like everything started frosting over.
That's cool.
Fast, like within a minute of being in this cloud. Because you're below freezing temperatures and you're in what's called visible moisture, a cloud.
Yeah.
And so that any of that moisture that hits your airplane is just sticking, turning to ice immediately.
That's crazy.
It's like,
that's cool.
Yeah. So it was fun. Good experience.
Is it cold in the cockpit?
No, we have a good heater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have the way the heater works is there's a little like wrapping around the exhaust pipe, and the exhaust runs through the pipe in the middle, and the air around the exhaust pipe flows into the cabin.
So it heats up while
Yeah.
you're driving. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or flying, I guess.
Yeah, the only problem with that is if you get a crack in your exhaust pipe, then you're breathing in carbon monoxide. Yeah.
You sound so safe.
So we've got like sensors and stuff that'll alert us. And if you start smelling engine fumes, you're like, bad.
Bad.
This doesn't seem right. Let's open a window.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cold. It was negative. I think most of our flight was between -6 and -8 degrees Celsius. Ooh. So it's like 25-ish degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, all of the flights are unique. All of them are different. I've almost gone off the runway twice with students. So that was fun. I've had people fly out in front of me, like I'm flying straight, and there's like a perpendicular runway, and they take off on the runway as I'm approaching it. So I'm just like, oh, guys, please.
Are those students too?
One of them was like a experienced old timer, I think, and just freaking, I'm taking this runway. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a circle real quick. I'll turn around and then come back. Just like,
I'm going, Stewie. Watch
yeah, Leroy Jenkins.
Jackie.
All right, it's fun. It's a good challenge. We were warned in instructor school. They're like, just know that everybody will try to kill you.
Everyone's trying to kill you.
Yeah, and sometimes it does feel that way. You're like, what were you thinking? But they also don't have the same experience, so it's like.
I thought there was strict stuff to where if you did something like that, you get, like, kicked out.
Yes and no. Just depends. Like, they weren't breaking the law when they took off in front of me. It's stupid.
It's just rude and stupid.
Yeah, but they weren't technically breaking the law because it was a non-towered airport. There's, like, no rules at a non-towered airport. Just do whatever the hell you want. Like, there's certain things you should do, but you don't have to.
Gotcha.
So, it's interesting.
Non-towered means there's no
no
people to be like
Yeah.
Hey, go this way. You're about to get
There's
dead.
nobody to do that. And so all you're making reports saying, I'm 10 miles from the field at this altitude and I'm coming in. And they're making reports like, oh, I'm taxiing on this taxiway and then going to this runway. And you guys just kind of talk together. And sometimes there can be a lot of people. So, fun.
So are you all on the same comms
Yeah.
to where everyone's just like, hey, this at the
Yeah.
same fucking time?
Yeah, there's one frequency per airport. And so you're all tuned into that frequency talking to each other and coordinating how to fly. That's fun.
That sounds intense as hell.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fun. I'll get to take you guys up because it's just too much fun not to. Take you to a non-towered airport, let you see some crazy shit.
It's like the Pirates Code. Less like rules, more like guidelines.
Yeah, serious. We still have rules where we're supposed to stay a certain amount away from each other, but also some people don't follow that. Like, it's the Wild West out there sometimes, dude. It's fun.
And you have to do that for 2 years?
Yeah, it'll be about 2 years, yeah. Even at a towered field, you can have crazy shit happen because who's controlling the control tower? It's a person.
Yeah.
Humans can make errors. Like, we had a control tower guy who got fired the other day because he kept directing traffic head on towards each other.
What?
Like, in our airspace. Like, it was a new guy, and he just kept directing stuff and getting pissed off at people when they wouldn't go where he wanted them to go because he was telling them to go right into each other. They're like, no. Eventually, they ended up, there was enough people in the pattern and stuff. They ended up just making calls like it was a non-towered field and ignoring the tower because he was doing such a bad job. Yeah. It was just like,
He got the boot?
yeah, he got fired.
Just got bored one day. All right, these planes are gonna collide.
Yeah. Well, I think he was in training, and they were like trying to overload him, on purpose, try to see how he does. They like to do that when they're testing him, and didn't do good. So
Sink or swim.
yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay. So
That's
you got to
fun.
be fucking dead on.
That's dangerous.
I've got to watch. I've got to be on that stuff. It's fun. It's a good time. Or like icing. They're not gonna know that I'm getting icing, and So I was like, oh, request a different altitude. Let's get out of the clouds.
Yeah.
Pop up above the clouds. They didn't know that anything was happening, but I was in the cockpit like, oh boy, here we go.
Some of you may die.
Yeah. It's fun. Or
That
you
sounds awesome.
you go to an airport and it's like, these are the winds. The winds are like super high. You're like, I am now responsible to land this plane. Crap.
That sounds sketch.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. Yeah.
What's the highest wind that you can go in those planes? Until it's just a shit show.
Highest wind that you can go or highest wind that you should go?
Both.
All right. Highest wind that you should go is up to like a 17 knot crosswind, which is about 20 miles an hour direct. So if you're landing on a runway, it's perpendicular to you, 17 knots, right? That's like the highest that they've been tested to land in. The highest I have landed in one of those planes was 21 and a half knot crosswind. So
Which is what?
it's probably about 24, 25 miles an hour-ish.
Right on.
And is your plane just back
That
and
was a
forth?
little sketchy.
It was a little.
Yeah, it was me and then another instructor, and we were both sweating a little bit. I was hovering on the controls. He decided to take the landing, but I was hovering on the controls, just waiting,
Yeah.
because you just never know.
Was that in Florida during the hurricane?
That was in Alabama, but yes, during that time, yep.
Yeah.
We flew from Florida to Alabama, yep. That's fun. It's definitely not a dull moment.
Yeah.
Definitely
They'll have
sounds
you just do
exciting.
random stuff. Like the other day, we landed at an airport. We landed at Pocatello, and they're just like, all right, you wanted to taxi back to that runway? I'm like, yeah. They're like, all right, turn around on the runway, drive back down the runway, and then to go ahead and take off the other direction. I'm like, okay. Sweet.
Dang.
Goodness.
That's
There's
fun.
Just ultimate trust in those people on the towers, for the most part.
Yeah, ultimate trust while you're watching.
Yeah.
know?
Especially in the big boys, I'm sure.
Yeah, the big boys got to be real on it watching. But they have a lot more professional, like, experienced control tower operators usually.
Yeah.
So it's very fun.
It's wild, though.
There's a lot more to it than you'd think. It's like, no, just fly the plane. It's like, no, there's all these things you got to consider. And if the winds are this much, then you got to land this much faster kind of thing. It's It's fun.
And you have to calculate all that just
Just in my head.
in your head.
Yeah.
Nice.
Generally it's like, if it's like 10 knots gusting 20 knots, then I have to add half of that gust factor, so half of 10 knots to my landing airspeed.
Okay.
So
How fast is a knot?
a knot is like 1.1, 1.2 miles an hour, I think.
Oh,
It's not like that much faster,
yeah.
but it's just enough to where you start getting up into like 60 to 100 knots, and it's, you're
Yeah,
110,
pretty
120 miles an hour, right? So, yeah.
That's wild.
It is wild.
It's fun.
I'll be starting a personal fitness person.
Oh, really? How much is that going to run you?
So it's $597 for 10 weeks.
Holy shit, dude.
But
Okay.
Just where at Vasa?
No, it's like some private fella, but
Right on.
that's the guy
sweet.
who Jeremy's gonna go to.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like the real deal.
Yeah, Jeremy got jacked quick or lost a lot of weight quick.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Mom and Dad are doing it. Gracie and me are doing it.
Oh,
We're
really?
all gonna sign up and
Damn.
fun.
go crazy.
Dad bought over here, got left out of the out of the crowd, bro.
I put on the weight to cut.
Dirty Vulcan, huh?
dirty.
I'm a
ball.
dirty boy for sure, dude. Either way, it'll be
You
good.
guys ever seen those memes that are like weightlifters who took the bulk too far? And it's like Lizzo and shit. It's so damn funny.
Yeah, 100%.
So, how's everybody doing financially? Hanging in there?
We're making it.
I just cut out.
Yeah, you did. It's
Little
not gonna be your
expensive
head.
buying shit to move.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All your couches and everything.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not buying those Shias, but
Okay.
everything else is expensive.
Have you guys combined your bank accounts yet?
No, not yet.
Are you going to?
I mean, I'll get her a card and stuff for mine. We'll just use hers as a savings is the plan.
Oh, right. You're going to try, or you're going to pay everything.
I'd like
On
to,
yours.
if possible, yeah, live on my paycheck and save hers. But we'll see if that's realistic or not.
Dude, that's what we've been ripping for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're going to give it a go. I think we can. But,
Yeah.
You'll save up quick as shit
Mm-hmm.
with hers, too.
Yeah.
Even if you have to tap in, like, what, $1,000 of hers still? It's like,
Yeah, it should be heaps. Plus, that's with not counting life insurance that I pay, So which
Yeah.
will all come out of my paycheck still.
That'll be nice.
It's heaps.
are you going to get her a policy?
Yes.
Yeah. That'd be tight.
Definitely.
ASAP.
Uh-huh.
Before anything goes bad. But that's awesome. Good
Get
for you.
yourself a trust set up too. ASAP. Like,
Yeah.
it's not as necessary until you have kids because you can just do your beneficiary stuff, but yeah, it'd be good to have
Yeah, I need to get after it all.
Yeah.
because it includes a clause in there like any kids you have or will have kind of thing. So
Mm.
it'd be easy to do.
Right on.
And it's cheap as shit.
For the trust?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$610.
For a year?
For what?
For a year?
Dude, for my life. Unless I have them change it or do any extra work, like when I acquire assets or whatever, they need to set up LLCs and get all those transferred over, quit claimed in, whatever. Then, yeah, then that'll be extra fees. But to set up the initial trust, $610. That's all my assets, all whatever, being taken care of completely
Yeah.
when I die.
That's the way to go.
Right on.
Let's do that.
Right on.
Right when I get married, too.
That's, yeah, it was so nice. And the dude is awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, my finances are good. Most I've ever had. I don't know what the hell is going on with this.
I think that cord is.
It's the bad cord.
Yes, the bad
Fuck.
cord.
But yeah, great credit, all of it. So kicking ass and saving up.
Right
So-
on.
Hell yeah. My finances are, they're a little squirrely right now, but we've also had some interesting expenses with baby and Christmas and all that,
Yeah.
but we're still doing okay.
Oh yeah.
That's what matters. What about you?
I'm about to be. Well, it's good because we're about to get busy. So I'm about to see a heavy cash flow when the winter hits. About
That's right.
December 20th is when we start picking up, and I'll start getting good paychecks. But right now I'm a little on the. I can't really do much right now at all. You know what I mean?
Where you living now?
So I live actually, Parley Summit,
Uh huh.
right when you come over that hill. I live on that exit.
Oh.
So right on the where all those pines are, like down where that gas station is, I live
Yeah.
like a 2-minute walk from there. So
Oh, that's
that's
sick.
right now. But in December, I'm moving to Sandy.
Oh, really?
hmm
Just an apartment or?
So I'm renting someone's house. So right now I'm renting, not a house, a room. So right now I'm renting a room for 500.
Hell yeah.
So easy. This is funny actually. This kid that I'm renting from, I work with him, and on Halloween, he had a buddy that was trying to go out with Halloween, same group that we all went with,
Yeah.
and he's like, if you can get your girlfriend and you to take my shift and my buddy's shift, I'll give you whole month's rent free.
Oh, that's
And I was
badass.
like,
What the
bet.
fuck?
It didn't end up working out because she couldn't take the shift, but yeah. But yeah, 500 for that one, and then I'm gonna go to this next person's house that I also work with,
Yeah.
and she's got a room for rent for 500 too. So moving
Right on.
500 to 500 just down Salt Lake.
That's sick.
It's not
December.
bad.
Yeah.
Moving down to Salt Lake?
Yeah, this
Heck yeah,
December,
bro.
December 1st.
That'll be sick.
That's
exciting.
really nice.
You're going to like that. Just make sure you got some good traction on your tires, bro.
Yeah.
Going up and down that canyon.
Yep. I got the truck now, so
That works.
yeah.
And it's expensive.
And it's like very expensive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
whose truck is outside?
They were doing street work.
Yeah, they're
they
doing
were
street
doing
work.
a bunch.
They're installing Google Fiber.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Neato.
Yeah.
What is that?
Internet.
It's like super fast internet.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
I don't
see.
I don't know that we'll end up getting it, but we might.
Basically, I want to live on my own eventually. That's where I feel like, I'll be the best, happiest, and be able to work the best.
Yeah, have your own space.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Living with people, dude, is such a, I don't know why, but it's different. I lived, like, when I had my own apartment, even having a roommate, because I had the lease, I got a lot more done. I was on a better schedule. Like, everything was
Yeah.
better because it was mine, and I controlled it,
Right.
But when I'm, like, living with somebody else, and it's all their rules, and then you're just kind of the renter, I don't know, it's a weird dynamic. But it works. It works out. It's not preferable,
Suboptimal.
Yeah, exactly. But where we're at, that's what we got to do.
Yeah. Well, that'd be cool though.
Yeah, we're all just starting out, boys.
Yeah, it's
Give
the
us-
beginning of the journey.
Yeah, give us 5 years, we'll all be making much more money.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too. Excited for the future.
It's a good place
Yeah.
to be. A lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
You either fear the past or fear the future, or live in the present.
I don't know where the airlines will be by the time I get there, but right now, because they're so desperate from COVID, they're paying oodles. Like, people who are just starting out at an airline, pretty much any airline you go to, you'd be making six figures
Really?
your first year. And some of them are making more. There's one airline that I know of right now that they're like paying overtime for their regular hours because they're just so desperate.
Damn.
Highest I've heard, they were paying $4.50 an hour.
Damn.
I was like,
Fuck,
good
man.
shit.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. But not to say I'll be making that much, but it's possible. The most I've heard of an airliner making, they were doing FedEx or UPS or something, and they were making $720K a year. Not beginning. This was towards the end of their career, right?
Still.
But that'd be wild.
That is so damn much money an hour.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And that's your senior guys, so they're doing whatever route they want. They're probably working less hours. They're probably working like 10 hours a month or something. Just ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
Oh yeah. But
that's 60K a month.
yeah.
That's fucking okay.
4 years salary in a month.
That would be wild.
Freaking
So
crazy.
for me starting in an airline, I'll probably be between 8 and 12 a month when I start.
She's still very, very
heaps.
healthy.
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
I got to get there first though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
will.
Right now I'm making like 3 a month
It's about the journey, bro.
before tax.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, if that. It's
Yeah.
not ideal right now.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I know. So I think I've got 35 hours or 40 hours of flight time so far in my 5 weeks I've been working. which is good. But some people they had. So I had 3 students. Some people had 7 students. A full load is considered 2 students. And so they were, I think they were doing, I don't know, they did 120 hours in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Just ridiculous. So.
Are you going to get more students?
Not yet. We've got a lot of instructors coming in, so it's probably going to be a little thin for a minute here,
Yeah.
and then we'll go from there.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got my 4 right now. The one's about to pass his check ride this coming week, and then I'll only have 3. And then one of those is going to his check ride probably this weekend or early next week. So
And then are they done?
then I'm done with them unless they can stay with me and go for their next rating. But neither of those 2 will be with me for their next rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's going to multi-engine and one's going down to CFI Academy. So. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
shit,
that's
boy.
Yep. It'll be fun.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But it'll be fun. I'm excited to see what the next few years brings for each of us.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Start your own bar, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Either that, I don't know. I've got a couple options. Still don't know what I want to do yet, but starting a bar is definitely an option. Flight school, heavily debating.
No shit.
Oh, yeah. It sounds really fun. Sounds like a challenge that I need in my life right now.
It is fun.
Sounds like a decent pay once you get there.
Yep. It's not bad.
You know what I mean? So,
Got to have a real clean act.
yeah, exactly. That's the trick.
If you can get clearance security-wise and you can get a first-class aviation medical, then you'll be set.
Medical?
Yeah, you got to get a special medical certificate to fly planes.
Oh, okay.
So, and it requires like 20/20 vision with your corrective lenses and things like that. There's a couple things you can look up, see what it requires. But
Yeah.
if you can get a first-class medical, then you can go to the airlines.
Okay.
And then flight school, if you decide to go through ATP, dude, that'd be fun as shit if I was your instructor.
That would be crazy.
That'd be way
It'd be
gnarly. But it requires a commitment for sure.
Yeah.
You got to be on the ball. They're doing all their ratings. They have a 7-month program right now. You can't have a job while you're doing it. Like, there's not.
See, it would be in the making down the road a little bit. Right now, I can't
Right.
not have a job. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Save up for your expenses, a year of expenses plus some, and they have loans you can get through like Sally Mae. That they have fairly good rates generally, especially if you get a cosigner with it. And they'll usually delay your payments until after you're done with flight school,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes a little bit beyond that. So
7 months until you're an instructor.
7 months until you can be an instructor.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you'll have a job at that point. 7 months will get you through all your ratings. So plan for like 8, maybe 9, but it's a 7-month program.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy. That's
It's
fast.
fucking fast.
yeah, it was a 9-month program when I went through, and they shortened it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's wild.
So if you end up doing that, it's a blast, bro. By the time you come and do it, though, then I'll probably be a way more experienced instructor, and I'll feel good about it.
Yeah.
You know, like right now I feel good about it, but I'm not going to be like the top of the instructors, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be sick,
That would
dude.
be so dope.
I hear anyone getting into aviation or even thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, bro,
Excitement.
it'll be a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. Gives you a different perspective. I'll stop talking.
That's good, dude.
Because I could just keep going. Yeah.
You're good. I do got a piece in like 5 minutes, so.
All right.
So-
Okay.
Wrap it up then.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, boys. Thanks for catching up. We'll let's try to get a guest on for next week,
Okay.
Yeah.
next Monday, and we'll plan on possibly a little bit later. I'll see what my schedule says. Actually, I make my own schedule. We're good.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but it might be a little bit later anyway.
Like in the day.
Hmm?
What do you mean a little bit later?
Yeah, like a little
Oh.
later during the day.
Like 5:30 instead
I-
of
Yeah,
4:30.
5:30, 6:30, something like
5:30 works better for me, anyways.
that. Okay, cool. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us for another podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for catching up with us.
Welcome
And
back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Sorry we were gone so long. We won't do that again if we can help it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Yep.